Hello, fellow Wolverines. My name is Ryan Thomas.
And I'm Gabby Miller.
In this week's episode, we're going to cover men's basketball's 2 wins over TCU and Miami of Ohio at the Crisler Center, women's basketball's 2 home wins over CMU and Oakland, and wrestling's dominant win over Columbia to open the season. We'll also be looking ahead to our game against Northwestern next week.
Michigan defeated TCU 76-64 in the opener of a 3-game homestand at Crisler Center, supported by strong performances from 4 players scoring in double digits. Amari Burnett led the team with 16 points and 6 rebounds, while Danny Wolf reported his second double-double of the season with 14 points and 14 rebounds. Trey Donaldson also contributed 14 points, and Sam Walters added 10. Despite a strong start, Michigan's offense faltered midway through the first half, allowing TCU to stay close by capitalizing on turnovers. Michigan led 34-31 at halftime, but 16 first-half turnovers limited their ability to pull away.
In the second half, Michigan regained control, building their lead to 11 points. TCU fought back, narrowing the deficit to 2 with under 7 minutes left, but Michigan's defense tightened, holding TCU to just 1 field goal in the closing minutes. The Wolverines maintained their lead by shooting 50% from the field, though they struggled from the free throw line. With 8 players scoring in total, Michigan starters contributed 60 of the team's 76 points, helping them secure the win.
Michigan dominated Miami of Ohio 94-67 in their Fort Myers tip-off crossover game, outscoring the Redhawks 50-31 in the second half. Amari Burnett led Michigan with 18 points and 4 assists, while Trey Donaldson scored 16 points on efficient 6-for-9 shooting, also adding 4 assists. LJ Kaysen and Roddy Gale Jr. contributed 11 and 10 points respectively, with Gale Jr. also dishing out 5 assists. Michigan overcame early turnover issues, swapping out the starting lineup after 4 quick turnovers. The second unit responded with a 10-2 run, and despite a back-and-forth first half, Michigan closed it strong to lead 44-36 at halftime, fueled by Donaldson's 8 points in the final minutes.
The Wolverines opened the second half with a decisive 15-4 run, including 3-pointers from LJ Kaysen, Reuben Jones, and Will Cheddar, extending their lead to 67-45. They committed only 6 turnovers in the second half, maintaining efficiency by shooting 58% from the field and 54% from 3. Burnett contributed another 10 points and 3 assists in the second period, while Gale Jr. added 7 points and 3 assists. Michigan will face Tarleton State at home on Thursday, with the game set to air on Big Ten Network at 8:30 p.m.
This last week, women's basketball continued their homestand, playing games against 2 in-state opponents, Central Michigan and Oakland. The first match came on Thursday night, with the Wolverines heading into the game as heavy favorites. Michigan opened the game by scoring the first 11 points and did not look back from there. The Wolverines forced 11 first-quarter turnovers for the Chippewas and ended the first quarter up 29-8. Michigan won every quarter throughout the game, resulting in a final score of 62-99. 2 freshman guards led the team in scoring, with Olivia Olson netting 23 and Mila Holloway scoring 21. Holloway also led the team in assists with 8 on the night. This overall strong showing from the Wolverines gave them their second win of the season, moving them to 2-1 on the year.
The homestand continued on Sunday when Michigan hosted the Golden Grizzlies of Oakland University. This was another game where Michigan entered heavily favored and did not disappoint. Michigan once again held the advantage in every quarter of play en route to an 88-42 win that featured 3 players with double-digit scoring. Senior Jordan Hobbs and Mila Holloway shared the scoring lead with 16 points, while star freshman Silas Swords had a fantastic all-around showing, putting up 15 points along with 7 rebounds and 4 steals. The Wolverines are now 3-1 with 2 games remaining in their early season homestand. The first comes on Wednesday against the LIU Sharks, and the second is on Sunday against Long Beach State. Michigan is heavily favored in both, and should hopefully be able to continue their strong start to the season.
The number 9 Michigan wrestling team opened its 2024-2025 dual season with a commanding 28-9 win over Columbia on Sunday night, November 17th, at Crisler Center. The Wolverines took 7 matches, earning bonus points in 5. 3 wrestlers, including Jacob Cardenas, earned their first Michigan dual wins. Cardenas, a graduate transfer and 2-time All-American, dominated at 197 pounds with a 17-0 technical fall, showcasing his skills in his Michigan debut.
Michigan started hot, winning the first 3 matches for a 12-0 lead. At 125 pounds, Christian Tanafu notched his first dual victory with an 18-9 major decision, while Dylan Ragusin, 133 pounds, and Sergio Lemley, 141 pounds, added major decisions of their own. Ragusin, ranked number 4, overpowered his opponent 16-8, and Lemley, ranked number 8, defeated number 27 Kai Owen 12-4. Columbia claimed wins at 149 and 157 pounds, but Michigan's Brock Mantanona, making his debut at 165, answered with an 18-3 technical fall against number 25 Cesar Alban. Joseph Walker, at 174 pounds, added a 7-1 decision to remain undefeated, while Jaden Bullock, at 184, fell in sudden victory. The duel closed with Cardenas' dominant win in a 6-3 decision by Zabriel Kurdashov in his first duel appearance, capping a strong start for the Wolverines. Now ranked 8th nationally, your Wolverines travel to Durham, North Carolina to face off against the Duke Blue Devils Friday, November 22nd.
This week in football, our Michigan Wolverines take on the Northwestern Wildcats in the last home game of the season. This will be the 71st matchup between the two schools, with Michigan leading the series 55-13-2. The Wolverines hold a 7-game win streak on the Wildcats after winning the last matchup 33-7 in 2021. Michigan has averaged 27 points a game in this series and hasn't lost a game against the Wildcats since Michigan has averaged 27 points a game in this series and hasn't lost a game against the Wildcats since 2008, which was 16 years ago. The Wolverines look to continue their utter dominance against them this Saturday, and based on how these games have gone in the past, the Wolverines have a good chance to come away with a win.
Led by Jack Losh, Northwestern has struggled mightily this year. With only 1,500 total yards and 7 total touchdowns from Losh this year, it's no wonder that the Wildcats have a 4-6 record. Averaging 18 points a game and 284 yards a game, the Wildcats' offense has been inconsistent at best. Some games they score 31, others they score 5. Their defense hasn't been the best either. Northwestern has been giving up 22.8 points per game and allowing teams to gain about 228 a game. All in all, with these numbers, it's hard to know what to expect. But knowing how our Wolverines have been playing this year, we won't go down without a fight.
All right, Ryan, so with the 2 bye weekends we had for men's ice hockey and men's football, what are you expecting to see this weekend?
Well, I think both teams are going to be able to come back super strong with a bang. You got football playing against Northwestern and what's arguably their weakest opponent of this Big Ten slate. And then in ice hockey, you're heading into Penn State. It's not a tough environment to play in, but with the way we've been playing this year, I have confidence. I don't want to predict a sweep over Penn State, but I mean, there's a pretty good chance we're able to pull it off against them.
I'd have to agree, and they're especially coming off an explosive home sweep for their first time this season, this year. They just came off of a home sweep against Notre Dame. The second game they played against them, they showed a lot of explosiveness. They came out really strong in the first period. We have not seen that yet. I think it'll be really exciting to see how they come out in these next 2 games.
Definitely, right? I mean, look at what November has been like. You got the Notre Dame sweep, you got the Boston University sweep. Who's to say we can't make it a third this month against Penn State?
Yeah, and hoping to keep our series strong against Northwestern here. I mean, 16 years, we can't break that streak. That would really, I think, be the last straw on the way this season has panned out.
I agree, especially given that we're fighting for bowl eligibility, and with the way selection works, Michigan's a pretty big brand. You're going to have a lot of pretty prominent bowls who would take Michigan over a lesser brand in the Big Ten that might have a similar or even better record to us. I could see us going to North Carolina for the Mayo Bowl. I could see us maybe even in Florida for one of those top-tier bowl games amongst the Big Ten if they pull our brand out.
I like the optimism there. I've heard a lot of guaranteed rate rolls. So.
Yeah, guaranteed rate bowl would be pretty nice too. At this point, I just hope we take care of business against a Northwestern team that, by all metrics, we should take care of business against.
Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of WOLV TV SportsCenter. I'm Gabby Miller.
And I'm Ryan Thomas.
Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.